All right, welcome back to Bye Guys Crypto Show, where mania rules, caution rules. We play the fools for your viewing pleasure. I'm Raff.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Stu.
I'm Moose.
And this is season 2, episode 5. Been a long time, been a long time, been a long time. Yes, sir. What a wonderful thing it was to see Big Ben closing out Heinz Field. What a hero for Western Pennsylvania and the world, maybe. Who knows? Bottom line is we're here to talk crypto all day, every day. Occasionally, we'll throw in a football sport reference or two, especially when it relates to Steelers, Mountaineers, or other sports teams of that particular geographic region. But mostly we're talking crypto all day, every day. We're 20% flurries, 30% lake effect, 50% whiteout. And let's get right into it, man, because I don't know, we're in a bit of a stormy season on the markets. Noah, tell us a little bit about what's happening.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've had a pump of any kind in the market. I feel like it's been a month. We've been between 2 and 2.5 trillion. I think our market cap, go up here, 2.2 trillion.
3 only like a month ago.
Yeah, it was. I don't know what's happening. We expected a big, huge pump right after the beginning of the new year. Everybody was going to sell at the end of the year, and then nothing happened. So, I'm sure it will. Just been flat for a while. Bitcoin's at 46. Ethereum touched 4,000 and then went back down to 36. And so, we've had a couple of dips to buy, which personally I've taken advantage of. I bought some Ethereum, bought some Algorand. I've purchased a little bit of Avalanche and Polygon. I don't know if you guys have bought anything, but kind of a boring time right now. Is give a little credit to, was it Rob at Digital Asset News, talks about the boring times or when everybody makes money. So it's a boring time. This is when you buy. This is when you just keep dollar cost averaging. We'll follow that sage advice.
That's right. Buy, guys, buy. This is the peak season. We're in the midst of season 2, just like season 1. We hit that valley for about 2 months, and then, man, if you could just go back in time 6 months, these prices would look like step change improvements. So I think we're going to be in store for a great 2022. Happy New Year's, fellas, by the way, and happy New Year's to all the viewers. We were out for 2 weeks. We took a little vacay, but we're ready to hit the ground running.
Absolutely.
Any other thoughts on the market, Moose or Stu?
No, Ethereum only. That's the only purchase. Ethereum only.
I can echo Jeff. Jeff, I picked up a block similar to you. Busted up, got some Sol, got some ETH, got a couple others. So try to pick up when it was low.
Well, it's a sleepy market, sleepy times. It's that time of year, but brace yourselves. Q1 is underway. All right. So now we're going to bounce into just a round robin discussion here, rapid fire. Kind of talk a little bit about the NFTs that are on our mind. One at a time. Kind of keep it brief, but just some of the latest projects that we're involved in. And it's just crazy how this show, which was originally all about crypto all day, every day, and NFTs are a form of crypto, but it was initially about the assets. Now it's about NFTs. And I think we're all going off the rails in different directions. And it's fun to talk about it with you and with us. So who wants to open up the NFTs convo?
Mike, you want to start off with I think a little Derek Jeter.
Yeah, so this is coming up this week. We've seen some of the drops come through there's been Tom Brady, there's been Tony Hawk, all have been met with moderate success. So Derek Jeter drop on autograph through DraftKings coming up, I believe this Thursday, 5 p.m. And if you scroll down just a little bit, Jeff, I think it shows there's 16,000 roughly of these items coming through. You don't know exactly what you're going to get. It might be some type of autograph item, some type of event or item related to Jeter's career. So, you can't. He speaks for himself. He's a huge baseball icon. So we got that coming up in a couple of days. Other than that, I've not been as apeful as a couple of the other guys here on the Buy Guys on a lot of the NFTs, at least as of the last few weeks. But I keep navigating back to the crypto baristas. I like the project and I like their approach and how they're navigating through. They're not dropping thousands at a time. They're slowly dropping week by week. This week, for example, they had a drop this morning. If you scroll down just a bit there, Jeff, there it is, that one on the right there, Zoya. It sold out. They had there were 5 of them. All 5 sold out 0.18 ETH in, I think, less than 10 seconds. Is that correct, Stu? It was
Wow.
10 seconds, not
It
10
is,
minutes.
Yeah. 10 seconds.
So that was yesterday, or excuse me, that was today. So Wednesday morning, they are dropping number 2 for the week. And if you go back one page, Jeff, you can see that one. That's another 5 of 5. And I tell you, if they had any success like they did today, it's that ghost right there. That ghost will be selling out probably pretty quickly. Then Thursday, they're doing a 3rd character. It's a 10 of 10, and it's that honey bear guy there. So again, they're doing it low and slow. They're growing what I would call organically their Discord community up to thousands of, what is it, 15,000 now, Stu? I think
it's right in between that. It's about 12.5.
Yeah. Wow, we're OGs in that community. When did that?
Yeah.
We might have been under 1,000 when we got involved.
No.
Right?
I can tell you, I'm proud to say I was the 23rd person in that Discord.
Wow.
Probably including their family and friends. I was number 23.
All right.
And that was what we say 2 months ago, less than 2 months, Stu?
Yeah, I mean, they're just it's hard to believe they're still so much in their infancy. And
it just pains me to look at that Buzz, man. I was so close to snagging him, and
so close.
They put him right over top of your Tony, just a tease.
It wasn't meant to be. But maybe I'll be getting back in these next couple of days. Now you guys brought it back on my radar. I'll tell you what.
I think Aurora Barista is going next week. I think the 3rd one. So the after Buzz here, obviously don't know what he or she looks like, but I think it's good.
Well, I do have a bunch of wrapped. I have a bunch of wrapped ETH, which I don't know what that is, and I don't know how to unwrap it. So I feel like I got to spend it. I got to spend it. So let's find something to buy, guys. We'll make it happen.
It's basically not real money anymore. Once you wrap it, it's just play money.
Thanks, Moose.
Christmas money.
Thanks.
Yeah, Christmas money.
Yeah, Crypto Baristas, we're big on this, all of us. Thank you, Moose, for the update on that. Kick it over to Candy Digital, maybe. Is that up? That looks like.
Yeah, if the webpage loads here. So yeah, this is something I think we're all really excited about. Candy Digital, if you guys remember, I forget what episode we covered it in months ago. It seems like years ago that we bought packs of unopened icons, Major League Baseball icons, and then prospects. So I think all of us have at least 1 or 2 packs that are unopened. None of us have opened any of these. So number one, we're excited to see potentially what's in them, even if we decide to open them. But we're going to be able to open up with the marketplace coming soon. Candy's going to have their digital marketplace open. So you'll be able to trade, sell packs, cards, and at the same time, I think we'll get to resale some of our World Series. What are they? Play of the day NFTs that we purchased during the World Series. So kind of an exciting time. We've been holding on to these things since September, October, and have done nothing with them, and are now waiting on tomorrow or tonight is the pre-sale where you put your items up for sale. I'm not sure if any of us are going to do that, but then the 15th of this month, the secondary market actually opens. So I think I'm excited personally for 2 things: to see what the market sort of sits at with the cards and with the packs, and where the market ultimately goes after, a couple of days. And then longer term, as we're talking about Candy, we all hold individual stadiums within the Stadium series, which is like the OG Mint series for Major League Baseball and for Candy. And there's lots of speculation on, long term, what do these stadiums hold, because they're really low numbers. I think the largest one is 700 for one of the stadiums, but several of them are like 200 and 300. So kind of excited about that. I don't know what you guys have to say.
Yeah.
I like
the most exciting thing to me was the news of them purchasing, or maybe it's their parent company buying the Topps playing cards or baseball cards, right?
Yeah.
They're legit players. They're dominating. They're taking over. I mean, you can say it's good or bad. People have different opinions about that. I guess it'd be like the equivalent of some upstart company buying a thing like Marvel, right? I mean, Topps is a big player in the trade in the sports card industry, and so the idea that some digital companies taken over, it's probably disturbing for some of the old schoolers. But I don't know, man. I think it's probably it's good for the industry as a whole. Good for NFTs. Good for Candy, and I'm all about Candy. Can't wait to package that Atlanta.
The question is, are we gonna open any of these packs? Are we gonna sell them all?
Ooh.
Let's just say
I don't think we're settling that tonight. It just seems like there's a
That's
great divide of thought there.
that's the debate. Do you sell the unopened pack for, let's just say, $200-300 potentially, and with it a $10,000 rare? I know Raff doesn't really feel as he says, he doesn't want to go down without a fight. He doesn't want to sell any unopened packs. I'm not sure I agree with that in full, but I love the commitment to just swinging.
Yeah, man. I think it was like back in the day when the Pirates had a good team. One of the failures in their National League Championship Series games, it was the ninth inning. There was some guys on base, and whoever it was, it might have been. I don't know. I don't want to throw anyone under the bus if it's not true. Wally Backman comes to mind, for instance. It was someone there, 2 outs, last pitch. Let's just and he just watched the third strike go by. I'm like, man, come on, go down swinging, man. At least take a crack at it. That's my philosophy on these packs. So push comes to shove, unless it's a really high number, I'd like to open at least some of them. Because I feel like I just have a spidey sense about this whole thing. I think we have one of those ultra rares, and then we're gonna have to lawyer up and figure out who gets to take it.
It's gonna work out well. You're gonna see the end of the buy guys on the opening pack episode. All right, so maybe we'll close out the NFT discussion. Oh, we have one more project, and then we'll move over to Raff. I'm gonna move to yours now.
Thanks. Sorry, I'll be brief. This is
Yep.
Just a story. Reminds me of my childhood. When I was trying to be cool, I would do things that didn't make a lot of sense, and maybe the sort of better judgment would have suggested not to do. But then my mom or dad would say, "Why'd you do that?" Oh, because there was a cool guy. Let's say his name was Louis. That's to protect the integrity of the real people back in my hometown of Buchanan, West Virginia. But let's say this guy Louis was really cool. I'd say, well, because Louis was doing it, that's why I did it. Well, if Louis jumped off a cliff, would you jump off a cliff? No, I would never do that. But there's a new guy in town. There's a new Louis, but he's actually a positive force in my life named Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V. And I will tell my parents, and I'll tell anybody in the world, that if Gary V walks off a cliff, I'm going to be right behind him with an anchor and just hoping he has a parachute, because I just have all complete blind faith in him. That's a long run up. The point is, I'm now a holder of a goat. I don't know what that means. It's a goat in a bowl of soup. It's a kind of it kind of looks like that, lo-fi digital, called 8-bit. Is that the term of art? I don't know. The project is by some guy named Andy Milanikis. I shouldn't say some guy. He's a relatively accomplished comedian, actor, rapper. Yes, he does rap as well. A fairly entertaining character. I've just gotten to know him. Probably missed out. He was more in the kind of mid 2000s or later, like the 2010s time frame, an MTV type character, as MTV was transitioning from music to just pure entertainment and TV shows. I guess he was a big force on there. This is his alpha project. There's his recording there. You could click it. You probably can't hear it, but he's he's a butter stick explaining that he's putting all his energy into this. And bottom line is, in real life, artist engagement, swag. We're going to get copies of his original rap tunes when they come out. I don't know if any of this stuff is even of interest to me, but Gary V got in it. I got in right after him. The price has only gone down a little bit since then. I bought it right at the perfect peak, 0.2 ETH. Come on, just go for it. So that's my latest ape story. Thanks to Gary V. But I think it's a long-term project. I'm not flipping this guy. I'm going for a decade. I'm not going to touch it. It's there. And I think this whole space is going to blow up in such a way that a project like this could become well thought of, valuable, respectable, the way that kind of Fantastic Four, Action Comics, Wonder Woman, Iron Man, one of those original projects that we look back. I think Crypto Baristas could be in that class. I think some people are discounting it, but I think Alpha Girl Club could eventually rise to that level. V Friends is definitely in that category. So look, that's what I'm all about, man. Taking risks, getting dirty, walking off cliffs.
I want to make a comment on that since you mentioned Gary V, if I can, real quick. It may have been him that made this quote, but it stuck with me. around NFTs. So we went from Derek Jeter to Goat Soup to crypto baristas to Candy Digital Major League Baseball stadiums and cards. So there's a huge variety of NFT projects this group's purchased into. And the one thing that stuck with me, it may have been Gary Vee, that you if you buy cryptocurrency, you're buying blockchain financial technology. To buy NFTs, which are built on blockchain, is like buying a piece of culture, right? You're tokenizing culture in all of its forms, and you're buying a piece of that. And we all like different tastes in music and art and movies and sports teams and different types of sports. It's just represented in the NFT space, as wild and crazy as that can be, and as maybe benign and boring as it can be with the stadium. So that's what's so fascinating. If you're new to the NFT space, just buying a piece of culture and whatever you're interested in is probably possible now, but is going to be really possible for everybody, in a couple of years.
Well put.
To that, and I will add, the one thing that stuck with me about NFT is what I read recently, that OpenSea recorded over $3 billion this month alone. So a lot of folks are buying a big piece of that culture. It just continues to grow. It's just not 4 guys on a show with 50 viewers talking about it that are involved. I mean,
We have 50?
I think so. Maybe with friends and family. So it's, again, 3 billion in the last month alone. That's a pretty large number. That should get a little bit of attention for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's astounding.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of attention,
Yeah,
Stu, we're going to keep it on you if we can. Do you want to talk to us about the new digs?
Yeah, well, listen, I just, as Rob was talking, as Moose was talking, you guys are all talking about your NFTs and so forth and the projects you're in. Well, I welcome all of you to throw some of your, goats, if you will, on the wall, or, your alpha, anything you want. Bring it to Wilhelm's NFT warehouse here. You just pulling it up where you can take a little bit of a free, at this point, walk around my NFT museum. And you'll see the different projects that I, might be involved in, whether it's the everyone's on the wall, or the Royal Society of Players card there.
I didn't know you picked that up, man. You picked up a Royal Society card. That's awesome. Good for you.
Absolutely. I'm going to try to get at some point like a Royal straight flush, but we'll see. I'm starting the 3 of spades right now, but off to the left you got what Jeff mentioned, this My Stadium collection over there, where you can kind of take a gander, and off to the right, you have, if you flip it back around, Jeff, if you change your view a little bit behind you, you can kind of see, some of the art. Again, Rob, you mentioned the Alpha Girls. That's on that wall, and then right there, some of the art. From that I picked up off of SoulSea, some of the smaller artists that are growing. And so it's just exciting to kind of put that on the wall for people to come in and take a look at. This is obviously just very simplistic, but it was enjoyable just to kind of put it on there and take a look and say, oh.
That's the best.
And then you
word
got
right
guys
there.
like Jeff come in there and throw annoyed up on there, which that does not belong. But Jeff's kind enough to go in there and just occasionally find.
It was my first NFT ever. It's still, that may come back to be, a priceless artifact of the NFT past.
Correct.
Priceless.
Yeah, but I think, and Rob, and certainly, and all, you folks know better than I, that this is just, it's starting to grow, and this is the new normal where people are going to start operating and connecting with one another. The metaverse, this is, again, just such a little drop in that big bucket of what's to come. So,
hey, Stu, tell us
yes.
real quick, where are you? Where did you do this?
Yeah, again, I honest to goodness just typed in free NFT museums. And I was just bored one day. I'm embarrassed to say it. And it came up like this spatial.com. And I got on it. Now you can buy on OpenSea a little more elaborate kind of galleries, museums. But this was the largest free one. It was number, like the first 2 I saw were you had to pay on OpenSea. This is number 3 that was free. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do it and goof around. Next thing you know, I'm on here with Rob's in my gallery, and we got the headsets on, talking. He's walking around in my gallery, laughing. So that's just kind of what this is. But it's just a nice little showcase of things that I have. Anyway, yeah, thanks for kind of playing along there. Some of the
it's remarkable. It's remarkable. I think it's definitely the direction the world is headed, like it or not. I'm not saying I'm going to be spending every waking moment in the metaverse, but I'm intrigued by it. When you alerted me to that, I had to hop in there, throw up some paintings. I would like us to see maybe this season, even maybe a season finale. I don't want to call my shots here or write checks that I can't cash, but I could see the Bye Guys hosting an episode in your museum and filming that. If we could find a way, I'm sure there is a way to do it. I could actually believe the world is going to be moving that direction, not to the exclusion of other things. This is the other, point to make. And back to the Gary V-isms, if you want to call it that. The world is abundant. It's just because we have this art gallery in NFT land and we're going to do a show in Stewie's castle on the metaverse doesn't mean that normal shows aren't going to exist on TV or YouTube's still going to happen, right? Just going to be, there's a lot of room for all sorts of content. The world is abundant. One thing doesn't come at the expense of another, the way that maybe it used to a lot more, that scarcity model that we are so anchored on from our own lives and experience, because that's the way the world used to work a lot. I think it's really changing quite a bit. So that's a really cool stuff. Thanks for that tour. Let's get into everyone's favorite part of our show, which is the racing or running of the bulls. I can't remember what we call this. I should write that down and get this better. The running of the moon bulls. It's not a race. It's more of like extended jogging and running and hopefully some changing of positions. We did skip last week. It was the holidays. We thought about, we were buying because that's what we do. We're the buy guys. But as it relates to this contest, we took a week off. So now we're back into episode 5. Now we're going to be officially halfway through the season. So I guess let's see the big reveal here. Who's where? Raff is in second. Moose back in first. Pole position. Not back. You were there last week, I think. Noah third. Actually, these Stu looks like he's dropped quite a bit. I don't actually know what's going on. Let's take a closer look.
Was it necessary to put my 4th in red, Jeff? I don't know.
Well, anybody who's in 4th is in red, so don't feel bad. I think I was in 4th last week and I was red, so you get it this week.
This is some
fair enough
stuff. Well, I was buying Solana, huh? I forgot about. I just lose track of these things, and this is fascinating. And it's not without look, Moose, you're doing well. You're not completely out of striking distance, right? We're in a bit of a sideways market right now. These next few weeks are going to be critical. And I'm excited to hear what folks' choices are. We usually start off with the number 1, don't we? Is that right?
That's right.
So you're the leadoff hitter here. Let's go to
so Mike's got some good diversification going on here. Let's see if he continues.
Wow.
What are you feeling this week, Mike?
I'm not going to diversify anymore for this week. Not for this week now. I'm going to go with polka dot again.
It's hard to argue that.
That's simple.
Like it.
Me, I'm up next, number 2.
You're up, Raff.
You're not used to picking that soon.
No. And I'm glad that you went with Dot. I'm excited to see that you're making that call. I'm going to go back to the well, Solana. I know it's on a little bit of a discount right now, 160, 168, something like that. Come on. That's jacking up to at least 225 before the end of this season, maybe 250. Maybe it'll even touch 300. So yes, I'm going back in $25 for SOL. Take it to the bank.
Love it. Not a bad pick either. While you guys are playing chess, well, that's probably true. You all are playing chess. I'm playing checkers.
We're playing checkers, brother. Yeah.
For moon bulls, I tend to play checkers, but I think long term I'm playing chess. We'll call it that. And there's no way to salvage that. It was a complete, biff. But my purchase this week is not, and I feel great about it. It's going to be Polygon. I'm adding a 4th coin to the mix. I am going to diversify. I love
Bitcoin, actually, isn't it?
No, I've got crypto.com.
Oh, you got 2 crows there. They're just different colors. Sorry, man. I'm not bad.
So I've got a little bit of metaverse play. I've got crypto.com, which we've all seen a zillion commercials of. I still think that they're going to be booming. And then Avalanche and Polygon. I think the last 3 NFT projects I've had a play in have all been minted on Polygon and not Ethereum. So something's happening there.
All right, Stu, Caboose,
Yeah.
what's up?
Well,
buddy?
that's it. I feel like all this NFT talking, I've been way too focused on getting into like serial clubs and, all this other NFT, where my attention has been, not where it should be. And that's in winning this thing, repeating. And I'm in. I've kind of made it now to the point where for me, it's just going to be a Gala or XRP show. And that's where I'm going to go Gala again. I feel like I can pick up about 58 tokens of that. And at some point over the next 5 weeks, it's going to cross back over. Right now it's at 43 cents. It's going to cross that 50 to 55 cent threshold. So I'm a bit nervous. I don't want to tell untruths on here. I'm not real worried about Raff or Jeff. Moose gives me a little bit of concern. But I feel like if Gala does anything over the next month and a half, and that's an eternity, I'm okay. So I'll go with Gala, 58 tokens, and we'll see some changes, I think, by next week. Good luck.
All right, that marks the official halfway point of season 2 of Bye Guys Crypto Show. We are thrilled, and we're ready to just hit the gas, put it in third gear, and just climb the hill because we're not stopping for several more weeks, it seems. It's been a lot of fun today. We're gonna get rocking. We have some special shows on the horizon, so please hit that subscribe button.
Hey, there we go. All right.
Hammer it.
And get ready for it because we got some real exciting things on the horizon. You're going to get in. If you are in one of our first 20 to 30, 40, 50 followers, you're OGs in this crew. There's some things cooking. I'm just going to tease it right now. There's some very exciting things in the oven with this fearsome foursome, the Bye Guys. So thanks for being here halfway through season 1. In Lotto, you got to play to win. In crypto, you got to buy to fly, baby. To the moon. See you next time. Bye-bye.